You are 18, you are 19, 20, you are young, okay? It's so normal and it's okay not to know what you want to do with your life. Hello, kings and queens, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to the channel. In today's video, I decided to do a college advice / experience. I'm just gonna be giving you the real shit on how college really is, not like how we see in movies, because that's how I went into college thinking it was gonna be, and it's not like that at all. So I'm gonna be your big sister, giving you the advice I would like to have and stuff I wish I knew going into college. So this video is for freshmen, high school seniors, or if you're still in high school and you're getting ahead of the game, good for you. Or if you're in college, you could still find some value in some of the tips I give, because I am also going to be giving you tips on how to succeed in college as well. As if for my credentials on why I'm suited to be doing this video is I'm currently a third year, which you're going to be asked what year you are, and it's basically the same as high school. So there's freshman, senior, sophomore. For example, if you're going to be a freshman, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm a first year. That's just a fancier way of you saying I'm a freshman. I'm going to be going into my third year, so I'm a junior in college. And I'm going to be sharing with you the mistakes that I've made, the things I wish I knew that would save me so much sleepless nights and stress and all that good stuff. So starting off with kind of like how the first week's gonna go for you, through my experience, is it's gonna be pretty much the same as if you're starting, you know, high school, middle school, all that. It's just you go to your classes and you get the syllabus, which is just like a paper describing kind of like the course, the class, what you're gonna be doing. So it's very chill. Don't stress out about the first week like I did. Like, you're chilling. This is gonna be the easiest week you're gonna have, because people are either dropping in and out of classes, so your professors aren't going to be very serious in that moment. And honestly, this is the time when people are going to be very ungenuine. Like, people are going to be on their A game. The fits are going to be fresh. Everyone's going to be trying to look their best because everyone's in the same boat. So if you're feeling nervous, like, oh, I don't have any friends. Personally, I didn't go into college with any friends. Like, I was just kind of, the way college is, and the best way to describe it is they throw you in the ocean and they say swim. So that's exactly how it feels. Because you're in a whole new environment, and of course you're going to be having imposter syndrome. You're going to be having like this, oh my gosh, this place is so freaking huge, how am I going to manage to get to my classes? But I promise you, like all the past times in your life, you will figure it out. I pinky promise you. You're gonna do fine, sweetie. I promise. So some advice for classes, I would say, if this is your first time and you're a freshman, you make your own schedule. There's no one making a schedule for you, so you usually will do that in orientation. So I suggest you be an early bird and you sign up for your classes. You're gonna get better classes if you do so. And if you're going in and you're not knowing kind of what major you're going for, just stick to the core classes you need to just knock out of the way. Like, don't stress about it. Trust me, you are 18, you are 19, 20, you are young, okay? It's so normal and it's okay not to know what you want to do with your life. I think it's very, very stupid that they're asking us as young people who barely figured out who we are, and we're still figuring that out, to choose what the fuck we want to do with the rest of our life. Like, you're gonna be good, I pinky promise. And you can always switch majors. It's not really detrimental. You could, like, I've switched majors, I'm fine. Worst comes to worst, you spend more time in college, but you could do online classes. There's so many ways to supplement that in. Also, when it goes to you picking your classes, honey, go on Rate My Professor. That's like the gold mine, so you don't fuck yourself, okay? Trust me. Rate My Professor is a free website where students who've taken that professor give a legit review on them. They'll say, oh, this professor gives a lot of homework, this professor is really nice, this professor helps out, this professor accepts late work, etc., etc. Also, it is people's opinions, so even if you want to chance it and they have bad, but usually they're pretty honest because it's coming from your peers, you know? So hop on Rate My Professor before you be signing up for that and then stuck with a really hard professor, a really bad professor, because that's kind of your make or break. Another thing about college that no one really talks about is it's more of you teaching yourself. Like legit, you're gonna go to these lectures, they spit some knowledge at you, you take a few notes maybe, or if they even do that, some teachers don't even do that, they just straight give you assignments. So learn how you learn best. Like find how you like to learn. If that's YouTube videos, use YouTube videos. If it's tutors, go to tutoring. All of the stuff on campus, like counseling and all that, like that's all your money. Like those nice libraries, go to them because that's your tuition. You pay for that. Go to the gym, like you pay for that nice ass gym, or use all of the things. If there's a speaker who's coming who you're interested in what they do, go to that because you're paying for that opportunity. You're paying to get your foot in the door. So make your future self proud. Make your future self's life a little bit easier by kind of thinking about your plan outside of college, okay? Also, some things I wish I did before kind of the first week is once you get your schedule, I suggest going to campus maybe a couple days early or when you're moving into your dorm and find your classes. Like make your route, even if it's on Google Maps. Like that's kind of what I did. I didn't go physically on campus, but I like zoomed into my university and I literally drew like a red line on like where to go from where you're getting dropped off if you're taking a shuttle or a bus. So map out from there, map out from your dorm, so you kind of have a gist of where you're going and you're not ending up clear across campus for your first and stressing. But worst comes to worst, you do get lost. My suggestion is simply ask people. Ask an upperclassman. Honestly, people are way more nicer in college than they are in high school. Because I remember I was so scared of upperclassmen in high school because honestly they were rude. Some were rude. But majority upperclassmen in college, they don't really care, and they know you're a freshman, like, and it's okay, like, because they know they've been there. So if they're rude, then F them, go ask someone else, or you can literally navigate on Google Maps or Apple Maps, usually to a building, and then you can try and get more help in the building by faculty or whatever. And also, kind of diving into the next topic is friends in college. If you're not going in with friends, and even if you are, I suggest you kind of venture out and find new people to meet with. There's great people in college, and especially on the first week, this is when you realize everyone's pretty much in the same boat. Everyone's looking for friends, everyone's scared. You're not the only scared one. Everyone has imposter syndrome at this point, like how the hell did I even get into this place? So if you're sitting in your lectures and classes, like just, ask, oh, what's your next class or something like that, just spark up easy conversation with people, especially in your classes, because that'll be very helpful for you in the long run, especially if you make friends in your classes or people who you can reach out to if you're confused about a topic, because you are able to reach out to your professors, but some professors are really not helpful, and worst comes to worst, you don't have no idea what's going on in a class, there's always check, but you have to pay for that. But genuinely, in my experience, people in college are way more nicer than people in high school. It's a little bit less cliquey. In my college experience, obviously there's like frats and sororities and all that, but even those people, they're really not as the movies portray them to be. People really just mind their business, which is why I loved college. Like people really genuinely mind their business because people got shit to do, you know what I mean? So that also means that you have to put in effort if you want to make friends in college. Like you can't just sit in your dorm or sit at home and expect people to make friends with you. You can make friends through social media, or you can make friends through starting, going to places on campus like the library, or going to events, going to parties, all of that. Usually, like for freshmen, everyone ventures off, especially if you have a dorm, and you'll meet a few people and you think like, oh, this is my clique, you know what I mean? You don't have to stick with anyone you don't want to in college, so don't stick to people that genuinely like aren't really like friends, but like you kind of got stuck together in the first week type of deal. So yeah, just venture out, meet people. Trust me, there's all different types of people in college with different interests and everything, and there's probably a club or Discord or social media or something like that that could connect you to these people. So venture out, get out your comfort zone, be the person to talk first. I know it's scary. I used to be scared of doing it, but honestly I've gotten over the fear and just spark up conversations. And in class it's a lot lot more easier, like when it gets deep into the semester, to make connections with your peers, especially if it's a smaller class. And some professors are really good about making that a habit, but some aren't, so don't be afraid to make. And also just genuinely like show up to your classes, because you are majority of the time paying money to go to this place and learn something. Through my experience, I chose a major that I was genuinely interested in and passionate about. I chose an untraditional major, which is art, and I have gotten shitted on so many times by people, but I don't give a fuck, because it's my life. It's your life, so choose the major you're genuinely interested in, okay? And I know some of you have very harsh parents and stuff like that are probably forcing you into a major, but I promise you, if you don't genuinely like the subject you're going into or have some sort of passion for it or interest, you're gonna be fucking miserable, because even when you are interested in the subject, like, shit gets hard. It's temporary. Like, the pain of it is all temporary. I'm not trying to scare you. Like, you got this. I promise you. I'm coming to you as a girl who was not the smartest in high school. I genuinely like was a straight B to C student, and I went into college like with hella imposter syndrome. And that's kind of something else I wanted to talk about, is imposter syndrome. You're gonna probably have imposter syndrome, but just know everyone else around you is having imposter syndrome, and there's no one, like, we're all the same at the end of the day, and you choose, as like, you're able to choose how much work you put into succeeding in college and in your major and all of that, but you do got to put in the work. Okay, baby? Okay, baby girl, baby boy? I know that ain't sound appealing, but if you like the subject, then it's fine. So the next thing is to actually make friends or relationships with your professors as much as you possibly can. And I'm not saying to be all besties and to be teacher's pet over there and like bring them shit, but like, what, I know it's like intimidating at first. I used to be the type of person in high school and in middle school who was very, very intimidated by my teachers. And what you need to remember is you're pretty much like, you're an adult now, and you need to stop, you need to take people off pedestals, even your peers, your teachers and everything, and that'll just help you in life in general. But they shit like you, they piss like you, they eat like you, they sleep like you, like, they have bad days, they have problems too. So just genuinely treat them like a person, like this is their job, and have some sort of respect, because they did go through a lot of shit to even get to being your professor. So, you know, give them a little slack, but just even you making the effort puts in their mind that you are actually there to learn, because there is a lot of people in college who genuinely don't give a fuck, and they know who those people are, and those are the people that they don't give second chances to. Or if something's turning late, they might give you a little bit more slack or some special treatment here and there, you know what I mean, just because they know that you're genuinely about it. So use manipulation and human psychology to your advantage, queens and kings. Also, I don't live on campus, I live off campus, and so I don't really have much experience about dorms and stuff. I do have a couple of friends who live on campus and who've given me like kind of insight of it all. It's a lot more fun, like you get more of the college experience if you're on campus. So coming from a person who lives off campus, I'm a little jelly of you, so don't be scared. Like, it's an advantage. You are able to live your college experience to the fullest, in my opinion, but also you do have a lot more freedom, and you do kind of have to adult yourself, okay? You can go out every single night, you could be doing whatever you want at any time of the hour, but at the end of the day, you do got to go to class and you do got to get them grades. Typically, especially if you're out of state, you're not going to have mommy and daddy to be helping you out, especially when you're sick. So take care of yourself, okay? And this is a big reminder that you really only have yourself, and you'll learn that a lot in college when you're drowning in shit and no one's gonna come bail you out, no teacher's gonna help you. Like, obviously there's resources, there's always resources for counseling and stuff like that. I'm talking about just kind of like growing up. Now getting into the juicy stuff, let's talk partying. So personally, at my school, there's kind of a party scene, but kind of not. Like, I don't go to a huge party school, which going in as a freshman, I was all about the party life. You know what I mean? Typically that's how it is. You go in and you're like, oh yeah, I get to party my ass off. I get to do whatever I want. I get to drink whatever I want. I gotta take whatever I want. You can do that. You can live your life, but you do always pay the consequence after. So if you do that, I suggest do it, live your life, but be safe, and you're gonna learn your lesson. Don't be that freshman. Please don't be that freshman that gets way too blackout drunk, and that's when bad things start to happen. So my biggest suggestion, if you go out, no matter what age, gender, always have someone you trust with you. Like, no matter what, I repeat, don't go out alone, especially if you're a female. And if you are, please be sober. Like, if you're going on a date, please don't get too intoxicated. And I'm being honest with you, like, in college, alcohol and drugs are so prominent, like, but you can always avoid them. Trust me, you can always avoid them. Like, personally now, I don't really do any of that like I did my college, my freshman year, which I didn't really go crazy like a lot of people do, but that's just kind of like, it's the college life for real. I'm not gonna lie, like, people will obviously offer you alcohol, and especially if you're a girl going in. Guys, like, this is the prime time when you go to parties and stuff like that and functions. Like, when you're a freshman girl, and guys too, like, the upperclassmen be, you're fresh meat. That's horrible to say, but that's what they say. Like, most of the times they're really not, and their intentions aren't really good. I'm being the person to tell you, because I've been there, girl. I've been there. Trust me. In college, the parties they're honestly not really worth it for me, because yeah, they're fun. I'm not saying not to party. Like, do you, go have fun. But at the same time, like, your academic should come first. So if you are going to be partying every night, you better be taking some Pedialyte or something to class with you, and it'll catch up to you. So be smart. I mean, if you can do it, but you know what I'm saying. And also, you don't have to drink and do drugs in college to have fun. I know there's this stigma that you have to, you know, get lit, you know, party, get blackout drunk every weekend. No, like, you don't have to do any of that. Don't do something you don't want to do. You don't have to do all those things to fit in. And if you have friends who are like hounding on you when you don't want to do something, those aren't your friends. Say bye-bye. Campus is huge. Like, you're gonna be there for 4 years, and this does kind of dictate your future in some ways. It's not very, very important for your future and doesn't dictate you, but like, still, you know, take it a little bit, have some self-respect, and take it a little bit serious, okay? Yes, still have fun, still do the crazy things, still, I'm all for it, but we want you to come out of college alive, yeah, and well, and better. Next juicy topic is relationships and boys. I'm gonna talk about boys because obviously I'm a girl in college, so I know how it be. So in college, there's either like there's those people who are in relationship, and there's people who are single and ready to mingle. And as far as it goes, people are either really down for a relationship and more on the adult side of things, you know, really focused on their major and stuff. I'm not saying, like, I'm stereotyping kind of, but like, it's not, this is really broad. So there's either guys who want a relationship, or there's either guys who definitely don't want a relationship and just want to hook up. Like, hookup culture in college is nasty. I don't partake in hookup culture. I hate hookup culture. So that's really prominent in college. That's kind of why, like, if you're no shame in it, like, if that's what you do that, you do you. But just definitely get like on birth control, get some sort of protection, stay safe. Like, please stay safe, especially since there's a lot of sexual assault and abuse in college because of the hookup culture. And it's kind of like, I don't want you to get hurt in any of those ways. Preventable. If you're getting bad vibes from a guy and he's very like pushy and on you like that, isn't willing to take you out on a date, like, typically he's just trying to, and if you about it, go at it, go crazy, I don't care. But if you ain't about it and you're not that type of person, just beware. I was naive at points in my college career, and I ain't about that. I'm gonna leave. They don't really take it that lightly. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about all that. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I truly appreciate all of your time, and I know you're gonna go out in your college career and kill it. You're gonna kill that shit. I want to remind you that you are enough, you are intelligent, you are there for a reason. Even if you're being forced to, go in with the perspective that you want to get something out of this thing, because this is your time, this is your life from your timeline. So use it to your best of your ability. Make friends, you know what I mean? You could meet the love of your life. You can meet your future business partner, you know what I mean? College is so amazing, but you have to really shift your perspective into seeing the opportunities that you have in front of you. And ultimately, college is a beautiful experience, but you have to remember you are responsible for how this experience is going to go in some places and in some manners. So yeah, if you have any more questions or anything you want me to talk about anymore, leave them in the comments below. Reach out to me and I'll either make a part 2 to this video, or I'll just directly answer your questions in the comments. And other people, if there's more advice you have, feel free to leave it in the comments below. For the community, for all of the people who are seeing this, who are going into crazy scary college, like in my head I never thought I was gonna be there, but I'm here and you're here. So romanticize your lives. Like you're in your college era, you young, you hot right now, you live it up. Again, if you like this type of content or want any more advice videos, leave suggestions in the comments below. Sending you all love and all the knowledge and all the perseverance to get through this period of your life. And yeah,